Dell here, just enjoying a cup of tea and wanted to talk about my new refrigerator. And I'll go from the top down. Previously, we had a big monstrous TV on top of here. It was right up to the ceiling, and it wasn't a one-person job to get it out because you couldn't tilt it and wasn't sure how heavy it was. So we got rid of that, and when the Best Buy people came, they came just right on the money. You can follow them on your computer screen, and it was to the hours and the minutes. I think they were within a couple of minutes of the time that they predicted. So they took the old one out and put the new one in. Regards this new one, what I wanted to do with it was with these 3M strips. I wanted to go across here, twice here. I think that holds. Does that go twice there? And no, we're going to have to go like this because of this part doesn't count. So we got to do with the 12s, I think. So, and that was, what's 12 into 65? 12 times 5, so 5 down, 2 across and 5 down, and it'll make the area seem bigger. And it works because I've done it in other sections of the house. Now as to the top, the old refrigerator, the roof kind of sagged in a little bit. This doesn't. This is rock solid, so I can keep my water up there. I can keep my extra boxes of cereal and so forth, and potato chips and soup crackers, which were previously all the time. So this is saving storage space this way. And here the handle. The previous one had handles that stuck out. This doesn't. So you can swing it out. And I usually put ice cream in here, frozen stuff in there, salmon and these waffle-like things, and the pizzas and buns and stuff to make them last longer, more ice cream and onion rings and frozen vegetables and so forth. And so here's another handle right here. And now here, these items here were always in the other refrigerator. They're always in the back on the bottom, and they had gotten forgotten. And due dates came and went, and this way it's got a little bit better handle on these items. And that's coming off there. Put it back on. And I bought these things for cans that are partially used, and usually they don't come off. Usually they stay on. I'm going to do this again here. Usually start from the tab and work away from it, and that usually does it. Yeah. So that's on there good. And I don't regret buying these things either. It's not just these oranges, it's other things too. Partial cans. You don't have to be pressured into using the whole can at once. I use my milk here in the drawer. I got my guacamole sauce there. I got my favorite marinara sauce. The more milk on the bottom. I wanted to go with the gallons in the door, but it just didn't work that way. So I got the gallons of water down here, and then underneath that are the oranges and those littler oranges, and some of these Thomas blueberry. I guess you call them muffins, right?
Yeah, like English
muffins. A bunch
muffins.
of those that I like, and it seems to. And then I keep more things like watermelon that I like, and I like these string cheese things. They're like a snack that if you're on the go, you could just get one of those and have it as a snack. Here's for the cheese and stuff, and these sort of like these are plant-based vegetarian type outfits there. They taste really great. And so that's the drawer specifically for them. Here's the two spreads. I think, will they fit there together? No. And there again, more buns and stuff if I'm using them. And so that's about it. It's pretty simple, and there's room for more. If something's on sale at the store, there's more room there. And I always keep my water glass filled right there.
It's similar to the last fridge, right?
Similar to what?
The last fridge?
It is in some ways. It's about basically the same size, but I think the last one was 17 and this one is 18.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more, and it's also more modernized in that the last one lasted 28 years, but the compressor cycled on and off much more frequently. This one is not designed to do this. This one, when it cycles, it goes and goes and goes. But they're thinking, maybe the on-off kind of thing is what wore it down after years, and maybe this way, maybe it doesn't use as much energy in the long run, or maybe it'll last longer. So I'm pretty happy with this. It looks pretty cool, and like I said, with the mirrors, I've been wanting to do that, and it's also by their owner's manual instructions. I think it's just a less than an inch against the wall and maybe an inch in the back of the wall, so you can push it up pretty close without going over their parameters, their suggested parameters. This could go even closer than what I got, but it's not something that you gotta keep it a half a foot away from the wall to make it work good. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm very happy I didn't have to move the old one out. And the whole business with Best Buy, when they came in, the guy that did most of the things was a professional. He had a Milwaukee drill with him. He did this, he did that, and he had a tape, and he's going 100 miles an hour with that tape, and bending it backwards and stuff. And he knew just what he was doing, and he was extremely efficient, and it instilled a lot of confidence. And so we got the old thing out the door, the new thing in the door without any problem and without an expenditure of a lot of time. So I'm pretty happy with the system, and I would do things that way again.